Okay, we're going to do some chocolate covered strawberries out here at our house in Poplar Woods. Show you how to do something quick for the holidays. I use Ghirardelli chocolate. You can use any kind of melting chocolate, but it's pretty simple. I used to melt them on the stove on a double boiler. We're not doing that today. We're going to go over and use the microwave over here. Got a Thermador microwave, really neat one. I put those in for 45 seconds to a minute. To melt them, you have to be very careful. You don't want that chocolate to burn. And it used to be the only way people did it was over a stovetop, over boiling water. But in today's world, we do the microwave and it goes a lot faster. So I'm starting right now with the white chocolate. And as I said, I'm using the Ghirardelli. You can use whatever kind of wafers or baking chocolate you want to. And I do keep a pretty quick eye on it. This sometimes takes the longest to melt the chocolate. Once we get into it, it doesn't take us very long to do the strawberries. And you have to watch strawberries this time of year. I do these all the time. I do them a lot around Derby time, but we cover strawberries at our house. Everybody likes them, so we do them all the time. This time of year, strawberries are a little tough. You got to kind of watch what you're getting. You won't get the best ones because most of the strawberries that we're getting right now are not coming out of California. Most are coming from over in Mexico. In different areas. And not that they're not good berries, it's just that you won't find them quite as ripe as we do when we get the berries from California. Okay, so I got my wafers. They are starting to melt a little bit right there. I just take a spoon, kind of chop these up, stir them up really well. This is the white chocolate. I'm going to dip these berries in white chocolate first. Ben, you want to grab that plate behind me, one of those plates, and we'll start in. I had a couple assistants here, but they've snuck out on me. So this is a fun thing. I love to do this with my grandkids. It's really kind of a fun little thing to do together as a family. And it, you know, there's no wrong way to do it, no right way. I do something different. I got my chocolate there, and I use some peppermint oil. And put a little peppermint oil in there so it gives it a special flavor for this time of year. This is a Loran flavoring. You can buy at a lot of candy stores, candy supply stores. You can get them online, but I use that particular product there. I like it really well, and it's very consistent in what you get. So we start with the strawberry. Just grab it. You got to watch again. This time of year, the tops maybe aren't quite as tough as they usually are. I dip the berry in there, get a little white chocolate on it. Do like that. Oh, almost lost that one. So we do the berries, we dip them in the white chocolate. Once that's done, we end up with the berries covered in the white chocolate. I've got some in here I'll show you so we can kind of move quickly on this video. The berries turn out, they look like this. They're covered in white. I put them in the fridge for a couple of seconds just to let them cool down, and we start the dark chocolate. Adam's doing the dark chocolate the exact same way. Again, I use the Ghirardelli dark chocolate. And he filled my bowl. He's starting it over there. We'll start to cover these in a few minutes. I'll go ahead and do a few more of these while I'm waiting on that chocolate. Now occasionally, I'll just show you, if the top starts to break off, then I use a bamboo skewer. You could use a toothpick, anything. But I can just stick that in there, dip my chocolate on it, comes right out. And these, I can tell you, around this time of year with the peppermint in them, are a definite hit anywhere you go. If you've got to take something to a family gathering or to just a friend gathering, this is a simple, quick thing to make. Okay, he's got my dark chocolate. I need to grab another spoon here. And we do the same thing with the dark chocolate I did with the white. I'm just going to make sure it's melted. Now, I'm kind of chopping at this, and what that does is it breaks that chocolate down against the hot glass of that bowl when it comes out of the microwave. You want to make sure that what you use in the microwave is a microwave-safe bowl when you're doing it. But the glass gets hot, and that's what helps melt that chocolate. So it comes out, it's kind of chunky, and it doesn't look like it's going to be real soft, but if you look at it, it's completely melted at that point. Again, I'm going to put some peppermint oil in there. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I put about 10 to 12 drops in the white and the dark chocolate. Mix that up really well. Move it over, and then we take these are the white ones that we had dipped earlier, and I'm just going to, so I can make this work easy, and go like that. You dip these in, and you put just like a little V right there. and I'm going to end up with, you can do a lot of different kinds of strawberries. Ours are going to be little tuxedo strawberries. So I put the little V on it so that it looks like a tux. And as I said, occasionally they move off the stem. Here's another one. We just put the little V's around it so that it looks like, as I said, the beginning of a tux. Okay, once I've done that, again, I usually let those cool in the fridge. You don't absolutely have to. You can do. You can come right back and decorate them almost immediately. So once I've done that, I take this skewer, use the big end of the skewer, and I put my little bow ties on my tuxedos. And again, this is a fun thing to do with kiddos, just a group of friends. I've had some friends I tried to teach to do it, but they have a tough time. But you can see that little bow tie coming in right there. Okay, once I put the tie on it, that little tie, I take the pointed end, dip it in the melted chocolate, and I put the 2 buttons on it. So you end up with a button like that. So when you're finished, you put them on a plate, you end up with a plate like this. I put a little holly on there so it kind of looked like the holidays. Take a little bit of powdered sugar and just sprinkle on top right before you serve them, like this. And it will look like it snowed on your tux. And those are your tuxedo chocolate-covered strawberries. And we did all that in less than 10 minutes.